My role entails maintaining casino lobbies, making sure that the new games that we release every day are released accordingly on all our markets and brands. And also I work on a lot of data analysis revolving around those new games that we release.
The variation of my role is, one of the main factors I love about my job. One day I could be doing an EGR submission for our awards, the next day I could be looking at new market breaches.
My favorite thing about my job is that every day is totally different to the previous day. There is always something happening at Betsson Group, so it's kind of like a new experience every day coming to work and doing new things.
For me, we cannot accomplish anything without another. Central Gaming team is the perfect example for this. I cannot finish a project without members of my team, and they cannot either without us. So it's a beautiful thing just to grow together and accomplish a lot together.
We do a lot of recruitment, and me personally, I'm looking for somebody who's extremely hardworking, understands our products, knows the customer needs, and is very commercially focused, let's say.
The best part of working at Betsson Group would be the social clubs, the after-work events, the company parties, the benefits, and also I get to play a little billiard every day.
My favorite company value is One Betsson. We're a very big company, however, although all the teams have their own targets, we all work together towards the same goal.
Yeah, definitely One Betsson for me.
My favorite company value would be passion, because I think that when you do your job with passion, fair play and One Betsson just comes with it.
Welcome back to Betsson Group Live. Today I have with me Director of Marketing Kim Ekelund, who's been a Betssonite for over 10 years. So I'm really excited to speak to him today. We're going to learn about him, his career, we're going to learn about the marketing team at Betsson Group, and a lot more. Hi, Kim. It's great to have you here.
Thanks for having me.
So let's start by getting to know what you do in your role as Director of Marketing. What does it mean? What do you do in that role, Kim?
What does it mean? No, but I'm supposed to drive the global initiatives around our growth, whether it's in Europe or Latam, wherever it is, but also very much support the local marketing teams. So that's the more day-to-day operations, but that's what I'm doing.
So Kim, tell us more about what the commercial team does at Betsson Group.
A lot of things, but I think from a structured perspective, it's pretty straightforward. You have the Ethan, who's setting up our digital side centrally. Then you have Kai, who owns all the brands from a global perspective. And then myself, who has media, sponsorships, PR, and social media. So that's my side. And obviously, we work on a day-by-day basis with our local teams to really help and support them in what they're up to and their opportunities within those markets.
Yeah. Your function sounds really interesting. Tell us more about that.
Well, they are, I guess. Sponsorship PR is always considered fun, I guess. But what we try to do is really to set a framework, a foundation to help both local sponsorships and ambassadors deals, but also global to really help and enable them to accelerate into something really, really good and exciting. But we help them in many ways. I mean, we come from a very exciting media pitch in the Nordics. So there's the same, we kind of help and drive that. And then the actual decision making comes to the local teams who are the experts in those markets. So every day looks different.
Okay. And how does your team collaborate with other departments and teams in the business?
In different ways. Every day looks different. Obviously now we're in a very busy, hectic period where we all work towards next year. There's a lot of planning, there's a lot of discussions. So we help them by really build that fundament. So do they need a media agency, and what's the reason for it? How can we grow into that market? And obviously we work across 20, 25 different markets. So every market is their own kind of exclusive opportunities and challenges. So we help them by kind of strategizing that into next year.
Yeah. Great, that's a great summary. So now we know a little bit more about the commercial department, what you do. Now I want to get to know you a little bit better. I mentioned in the beginning, you've been at Betsson for 10 years. You've had an amazing career journey at Betsson Group as well. So I really want to talk about that. So tell us about your career journey and how you ended up in iGaming, first of all.
Yeah, 10 years. That's a lot.
Yeah.
No, I think my story is very similar to a lot of others. I was supposed to travel, and by coincidence, I found Malta, and through some friends, I found Betsson. And I came from the telecom industry, so I worked for a company called Telenor in Sweden. So when I saw there was a role in the team called telesales back then, that was a natural kind of move for me. But obviously with the intention, let's try it out and see what happens. And that was 10 years ago. So from telesales, I moved into account management. I did some events, and then I moved into sportsbook marketing, which was really when I found a passion for marketing, to be honest. So I did that for a few years. Then I went into sponsorship. So I was setting up our sponsorships in the UK back in the days. And after that, head of marketing for Sweden, and then head of marketing for Nordics, and now quite recently, director of marketing. So it's been a journey, 10 years.
It's definitely been a journey. And so 10 years, what is it specifically that made you stay at Betsson Group for such a long period of time?
Well, many things, of course. I think it's to mention two, obviously opportunities is really, really important. Not only, Betsson is a massive company, but it's also a massive company when it comes to marketing, CRM, product. We have everything, you know. And I think Betsson has allowed me to really find those opportunities and find my own way, finding my own passion. And I think that's a definitely big part of it. I think another big factor is good managers and leaders. I think you're surrounded by good people at Betsson, and that helps you grow, that helps you learn and develop. And I've been very lucky with really good managers throughout my period, and that's making me stay, I think, in many ways. Obviously, a lot of smart people around the group. So I think working with really smart people have always kind of driven me to continue to learn. Right?
Yeah. Absolutely. So you've been in Malta for the majority of these 10 years, but you've also been able to travel a bit with Betsson Group. So I want to know a little bit about your experience traveling, and also what your favorite thing about Malta is.
Good question. Yeah, so I've been traveling quite a lot. I also moved to London for a short while when I was doing the sponsorships over there. I think with that said, not comparing apples with pears here, but obviously London and Malta is very, very different. Same thing with Stockholm, Malta, for example. But if there's one thing to kind of summarize the beauty of Malta is how life is so simple here. I think we can talk about the weather, we all know that, but I think life is very, very simple in a good way. It takes me 15 minutes to walk to work, and I walk through the harbor, and it's absolutely beautiful. Comparing to the 1 hour tube ride I had in London. So that's the beauty, but I also think Malta has developed a lot the last 10 years. I think for myself, obviously enjoying a good beach club and a good restaurant, that has really been growing a lot in Malta. So it's really nice. I like it here.
Yeah. Awesome. And I've heard rumors that you were kind of a football player when you were young. So I want you to confirm this rumor today.
Yes, I did play football when I was young. I'm definitely not going to be the guy who said I could have been something if I didn't get injured, but that's the story. It was actually football that's in some ways drove me to Malta, or the lack of football. So I did my military service, and when I was doing my military service, I didn't play football at all. So when I came back from that, I was really excited to go back on the pitch, and the first game back on the pitch, I broke my leg. And obviously horrible, but I did that, and that led me into study, because I couldn't do anything more than reading a book. So I did that for 6 months, and when I finally had the chance to move around, walk around, obviously I had that urge of let's travel, let's do something, and so I did, and that's kind of what led me into the Malta in the first place.
Okay, so thanks to your broken leg, you came to Malta.
Yeah, I guess you can put it that way.
Amazing. So Kim, you must have worked on a lot of cool campaigns. campaigns throughout your time at Betsson Group. Is there a specific one that you remember and that you can tell us about today?
There's been a lot of cool campaigns. Yeah, absolutely. I think one that really kind of strikes me top of mind is the Conor McGregor campaign. I think some people have seen it and heard about it. We signed Conor McGregor just ahead of his fight with Mayweather, which was back then the biggest fight on the planet, and we did some really cool stunts around that and had a true global audience to what we did, and that was obviously special. I think from a personal point of view, working with sponsorship, working with Man City, for example, that was special. I'm a true football fanatic, so working with Kevin De Bruyne, Vincent Kompany, Aguero, obviously that was special. No, but one campaign would be Conor McGregor for sure.
We'll see if we have some pictures we can pop up as well and show everybody what it looked like. So that's what you've been working on in the past. Or is there something that you're working on right now that you're excited about that you can tell us more?
A lot of exciting things, and as I said before, this is really when we plan the next year. I'm not sure if this is the time, though. I think it's too early.
Secrets?
Yeah, too much secrets around that. But obviously, looking at next year, LATAM and South America is massive for us and really exciting. But I also think from a purely marketing perspective, looking at Sweden and Denmark, markets where there's a lot of restrictions, no instant rewards, the whole industry is working towards building good, strong brands and having a good product. And I think that in itself is really the future for the industry. So really looking forward to see how we can develop in those markets as well.
Exciting stuff. And we talk a lot about recruitment in these episodes. We're recruiting a lot for your team, for the commercial team in general. Kim, what do you look for when you recruit? What kind of person do you look for, I should say?
That's a very good question. Obviously, it depends a little bit on what area we're looking at. But I think it's, and trying to avoid all the cliches here as much as I can, but I think you can truly see the passion in someone when you meet them face to face, or actually over video nowadays as well. But you have that passion to learn, and passion for the industry and passion for the company. That's a very good start. It doesn't mean that you have iGaming experience or where you're from and who you are, but if you have that passion, that's a very good start. I also think in the general, talking about marketing, I think we coming from a 10-year period where a lot of people are focusing a lot on digital marketing, and that's very important for us, and we have some of the experts in the industry at Betsson, but I also think understanding the bigger picture, how marketing works, is something that will benefit anyone in every role, actually.
Yeah. And what would you tell someone who is interested in starting a career within iGaming, within commercial or marketing? What kind of advice would you give that person?
Just get your foot in, really. I think whether you start in customer support or in any other function, it's just get that foot in and grow. And as I said before, one of the big benefits for Betsson is it's so big. So we will allocate for you if you find your passion, we will try to allocate for your career path. So I think get your foot in, work hard, and enjoy it.
Kim, how would you describe the Betsson Group culture?
Special. I guess. Obviously, I've been here for 10 years. It's also developed. I mean, when I started, Betsson was a much smaller company. Now we're this massive, over 2,000 people. But I think there is something special in the sense of, we have been growing and people are growing within the business. And there's something in the walls that it's hard to put words on it, but I guess trust is a good word. Betsson and the Betsson people allows a lot of trust into people. And that kind of drives the accountability and essentially the purpose. So everyone at Betsson comes in and they have a purpose to be there. They have a purpose to drive the business forward. And I think that's really something special. And also I think you're surrounded by so many good and smart people. And if there's anything I've learned the last 10 years is that people love talking about what they're passionate about. So let's say you're really interesting or you want to learn more about SEO. Well, go to our SEO team and say, hey guys, you want to go for a coffee? And you will learn a lot about that area. And I think that's something very underrated and something that's hard to put a word on, but that's something that I think is special with Betsson.
Yeah. I like what you said about passion, because passion is also one of our company values.
Yeah. One of my favorites, actually.
Thank you so much for that, Kim. Now I'm going to throw some fire questions at you because we want to get to know you a little bit better. I have not shown you these questions before, so we'll see what we get out of you. You have to answer quickly, okay? Okay. Okay, so let's go. Ice hockey or football?
Football, for sure.
Awesome. Malta or Sweden?
Sweden, I guess.
Not Malta?
Well, I'm Swedish. It's hard to...
Good. What's your favorite food?
Pasta.
Pasta. Good. Tropical holiday or winter holiday?
Tropical.
City or countryside?
City.
And lastly, Kim, are you a morning or a night person?
Oh, I guess I used to be a night person. I'm a morning person today, for sure.
Okay, good. Thank you so much. It was really interesting to get to know you better and to get to know your department a little bit better. So thank you so much for joining.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
And if you guys want to know more about the commercial team or any of the open roles that we have vacant at the moment, you can check out our careers page. And if you want to know more about the next live episode, you can go onto our LinkedIn page and check out the tab events. So see you next time. Thank you so much. Bye.
Bye.
The culture in the central game team is absolutely fantastic. It's an all-for-one mentality. We're all like a family. You're never just a number. We all support each other, and it's amazing. Hi, I'm Ryan. I'm Commercial Operations Manager for Central Gaming here at Betsson Group.
The favourite thing about my job is that I get the opportunity to work with different people and different cultures, not just here in Malta, but even around the globe. My name is Norma, and I'm the Live Casino Performance Manager within the Central Gaming team at Betsson Group.
I think what makes Betsson Group special is that it's a very transparent company. It really makes you feel like being part of the family here, and like there's no judging, or it's just perfect. Hi, my name is Katie and I am a Senior Gaming Content Coordinator at Betsson Group.
My favorite thing about my job is my team and my manager. We work closely together to be as efficient as we can as a team. My name is Maximiliana. I'm a Games Lobby Coordinator within the Central Gaming team at Betsson Group.
We have all the tools we need to succeed and try and deliver the best job that we can.
I'm Phil, and I'm the Global Head of Gaming within the Central Gaming team here at Betsson Group.
3 years ago, when I decided to join iGaming industry, I knew that Betsson was made for me. I had heard about it, many people mentioned it to me, and I knew this is where I had to grow, I had to just build my career, and I definitely do not regret it. Hi, I'm Nora, I'm the Supplier Relations Manager, and I'm sitting within the Central Gaming team at Betsson Group.
My role entails maintaining casino lobbies, making sure that the new games that we release every day are released accordingly on all our markets and brands. And also I work on a lot of data analysis revolving around those new games that we release.
The variation of my role is, one of the main factors I love about my job. One day I could be doing an EGR submission for our awards. The next day I could be looking at new market breaches.
My favorite thing about my job is that every day is totally different to the previous day. There is always something happening at Betsson Group, so it's kind of like a new experience every day coming to work and doing new things.
For me, we cannot accomplish anything without another. Central Gaming team is the perfect example for this. I cannot finish a project without members of my team, and they cannot either without us. So it's a beautiful thing just to grow together and accomplish a lot together.
We do a lot of recruitment, and me personally, I'm looking for somebody who's extremely hardworking, understands our products, knows the customer needs, and is very commercially focused, let's say.
The best part of working at Betsson Group would be the social clubs, the after-work events, the company parties, the benefits, and also I get to play a little billiard every day.
My favorite company value is Betsson. We're a very big company, however, although all the teams have their own targets, we all work together towards the same goal.
Yeah, definitely one Betsson for me.
My favorite company value would be passion, because I think that when you do your job with passion, fair play and one Betsson just comes with it.